when we speak about violence and the way the woman should deal with it, if we speak about, sabr, as we have in Arabic, patience, and patience mean passiveness, it's wrong. Sabr could also mean perseverance and endurance. It's that you are patient, but you are acting. You are acting against two things. The first is the violence. Violence is not acceptable. So domestic violence is something which should be said by the Muslims. It's not Islamic. We have one occurrence in the Quran, but the whole discussion and the example of the Prophet, it's just leading us towards saying it's not the way we have to deal with our wife, it's not Islamic. So we have to stop it, avoid it, condemn it, and say stop to this. Now, within the family, when a woman is dealing with this kind of absolute power coming from her husband, no discussion thing, I think that she cannot accept that, and she should not accept it. She has to find a way to resist. And once again, sometimes you have violent people. If you confront them, the only result would be, violence. The first resistance, it's coming from your knowledge of Islam. Say, look, this is not Islamic, what you are doing. If the ground is Islamic, of course, then you have to come with a better knowledge. Say, okay. And out of this, to try to find strategies to challenge this power, but not to accept it. At the end, if it's not possible, if there is no way to discuss, and he's not respecting your integrity, and you feel that you are destroying yourself and your life because you are respecting his desires, you have to ask yourself, it's the right way to stay with him, because it may be not. We know that divorce is the worst thing accepted by God, but it's accepted. But at one point where it's not possible, you feel that you are destroyed, you are not respected, your own integrity is not perceived by these men. So in order for him to remain who he is, you are not longer yourself. At one point you have to say no. You have to say it's not possible. So here there is something which is the possibility for you to ask for the divorce. And here it's very important. All the discussions we heard coming from Orientalists and even from Muslim scholars that the divorce is only coming from men, it's wrong.
Women put up with a lot to save their marriage in all cultures and in all religions. And I think it's only coming to the fore in the last 15, 20 years how much violence some women in some cultures, East or West, Muslim or non-Muslim, are actually putting up with in order to secure their marriage, in order to have economic backing, in order for their children's sake. But I would insist that where there is no respect and where there is no understanding of who and what your partner is, and who it is that you're living with and what kind of life you want to build, then I don't think that that is a marriage. And that is not a marriage that can possibly create a safe context for children or for a future generation. So if a woman is undergoing violence, there is absolutely nothing to keep her within that marriage.